The CLF, which has brought a fresh breeze to Christianity in America, celebrated its 10th anniversary this year and was successfully held last March in New Jersey. What especially drew the attention of all the attendees was the Tabernacle exhibition and pop-up show, featuring meticulously recreated tabernacle furnishings. After the event, many pastors requested that the Tabernacle exhibition be held in their own cities so they could share it with their church members and local communities. As a result, last May, the Tabernacle exhibition was held at New Jerusalem Worship Center in Jamaica, New York, at the invitation of Pastor Calvin Rice. From that point on, beginning on June 8th, the Tabernacle America Tour started, visiting 8 cities across the eastern United States. Boston, Detroit, Chicago, Indianapolis, Memphis, Atlanta, Orlando, and Miami, traveling to one city each day for 8 consecutive days. The Tabernacle America Tour continued without stopping. While the bus carrying the tabernacle furnishings traveled from city to city, each church was also busy making preparations for the exhibition. Every church had different circumstances and faced its own unique challenges. Yet, as the seeds of the gospel that had been sown over the years began to sprout through the pastors, doors were opened. In the wilderness, where there was seemingly nothing, God supplied every material and every worker through Moses to build the tabernacle. In the same way, the churches in all 8 cities said they could clearly see that God had already prepared everything needed for this tabernacle exhibition. The Indianapolis church, where Myanmar believers make up the majority of the congregation, also recently held a tabernacle exhibition in their newly established sanctuary. Although the construction of the sanctuary had not yet been fully completed, as they prepared for the exhibition, they experienced God opening the way through the warm welcome of neighboring churches and pastors, including provisions such as meals and the use of parking spaces. In the United States, Christian values are said to be gradually declining. However, there are still people who long for the gospel and want to study the Bible, and they responded very positively to the Tabernacle exhibition. As soon as the exhibition began, people lined up as if they had been waiting for it, and their enthusiasm and anticipation for the tabernacle could be strongly felt. Some pastors also came together with their church members in groups to visit the exhibition. The Tabernacle exhibition is not simply a display of realistic models. When you enter the exhibition hall, there are stations explaining each piece of the tabernacle. At each station, docents dressed in Israelite garments welcome the visitors and carefully explain the tabernacle furnishings and the shadow of Jesus Christ revealed through them. The altar of burnt offering, the laver, the lampstand, the table of showbread, the altar of incense, and the Ark of the Covenant. Each piece revealed the character of Jesus Christ hidden within it, as well as the mystery of eternal atonement. As each of these was explained, the visitors' faces were filled with awe and amazement. The greatest response among the Tabernacle exhibition programs was undoubtedly the pop-up drama that portrayed the Old Testament sacrificial system and the atonement sacrifice that Jesus Christ received in heaven. In front of a packed audience, the drama clearly helped people understand that through the blood of Jesus Christ, we have been made righteous once and for all, eternally. When the visitors, who had been fully focused without missing a single explanation, had finally gone through all the stations of the tabernacle, the one unified message that flows throughout the tabernacle, namely the way of salvation fulfilled through Jesus Christ, had been deeply engraved in their hearts. The tours, which continued every day without a break, were not always smooth. While heading to Memphis, the 5th city, the tour team's bus broke down, and on top of that, a storm with thunder and lightning poured down. However, following the path God had shown them, the team was able to miraculously obtain the necessary parts, repair the bus, and finally arrive in Memphis. The exhibition went ahead as scheduled. Even through the driving wind and rain, people still made their way into the exhibition hall. People encountering Jesus Christ through the tabernacle of the Old Testament. Those who came to this place through various channels, SNS, invitation cards placed at their doorsteps, radio broadcasts, and associations of pastors, received the eternal righteousness through the one and only blood of Jesus Christ, which God has granted, and rejoiced together with one heart. The one and only Jesus Christ, whom the tabernacle points to, the gospel of life, will be proclaimed even more clearly across many places in the United States.